How will Odion Ighalo? Is he even safe?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Odion Ighalo will take bus from Lagos to Ilorin. Wow.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of your favorite, hottest, most controversial, sexiest podcasts in Nigeria. The Heat, brought to you by Paul Sports. My name is Ifeanyi. I'm here with my amazing co-hosts, starting with the ever eloquent David Ben. How you feeling?
What's up,
today?
guys? What's up? Welcome to another episode of the Heat. I'm chill. See, in my life, one thing I do hate, I hate injustice.
What is the injustice that you have witnessed?
You said I'm here with my sexiest, and then we are not what was that supposed to mean?
We're all sexy, but where you sit next. I've said it many times. Introduce yourself. When you sit next to her,
First though.
you forget many things. I'm already forgetting some things today. What's up? How you doing?
Hey guys. My name is Tosin. Welcome to the Heat podcast.
Tell them your handle because you are very popular. Please
Oh,
tell them
T
your
Talks
handle.
United,
Yes,
of
yes.
course.
Old Trafford Queen.
Old Trafford.
Old Trafford
Oh.
Queen. Yeah, it's true.
God win.
And we have a very. He's no longer a guest because you're now seeing him.
He's a returning guest.
A returning guest
Yeah.
on the Heat, the NPFL legend himself.
Legend.
Man
Hi guys.
United
Welcome to
fan
the
as
show.
well.
Thank you, David. Is it Chiku here? So good to be back on the hits. Let's bring the hits.
Old Trafford King.
No, please. No.
What do you mean? No.
Why did you say no?
I'm
no.
not- I'm
You're
not the king
denying
now.
Manchester United on national
Old
team.
Trafford.
I'm not
But you
denying
agree I'm the
Manchester.
queen, right?
No, you are the queen. There's no.
Oh,
You're not
there's
the,
no doubt
why
about it.
are you not the king?
I'm not the king of Old Trafford.
Amorim is the king.
And Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah.
Yes, I
No
agree.
Fernandes.
Is it Fernandes?
So how? So what's up? How are we feeling today?
What show? I mean, it's good. I had a very, very stressful week, to be honest. I swear. Like,
What happened?
what did
You look
what?
stressed.
The thing is, what didn't happen? What didn't happen?
David, people in the comments have been asking if you're single. Can you just give us like a quick? We just want to know your relationship
Are you
status
single?
real quick before we get into.
Are you
That's not
searching?
why
Are
we're
you
here.
searching? Are you
That's not why
searching?
we're here. We're here to shoot a podcast.
Are you searching?
David, why don't you like talking about love? Anytime you just say you're out. Who broke your heart? Who broke your sweetheart?
One
Jimmy,
day, David will tell us
People
who
are
actually.
losing focus. We're
One
here for
day,
the Heat.
one day you tell us who broke your heart. But
Yes.
let's keep it moving.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
talk about it.
We have a very interesting conversation today, don't we? If
Yeah, yes, it's interesting. It's also a little bit serious, but
Yeah.
I think a lot of us have seen the clips of Neymar and Santos. We've seen how people are
Yeah.
considering the context, which is how Neymar went to Saudi Arabia and robbed them. I don't understand why
Wow.
everyone is so happy.
Wow. What do you mean by rob? What do you mean by rob?
Neymar went to Saudi
Honestly, I
Arabia and
agree.
robbed them, took their money, barely turned up, and then found a way out. And
That's what stars do.
yeah,
Actually.
and
Actually.
made his way, and now everybody is excited and clapping like this is a homecoming,
Yeah.
which it is,
Mhm.
to be fair. But it had me thinking about like Ahmed Musa came back as well. He's not the only one, but like he's the standout one. He came
Yeah.
back, and I was thinking like, is this something that, of course, financially, obviously, there's very little to gain from it, but is this something that our players should be doing more of, especially when they get to the tail end of their career, where it's like, okay, I'm 35 or I'm 36 or in Ahmed Musa's case, he's what, 31 or 30, let's
Are
just
you sure
move
it's
on.
in 29?
Let's just move on from that.
Because last time
So-
I really checked Wikipedia, I saw 29.
What I mean is, at the end of
still
your
young,
career,
they're still young.
when you're like in your mid to late 30s, do you
Okay.
think this can help, even if not necessarily build the Nigerian league, it can increase the following?
Yeah.
Because Ahmed Musa playing in Lagos, you saw how people were,
Just
into
into
it.
come.
Yeah, imagine someone like Ighalo coming back. Imagine someone like Trust in a few years saying, "Oh, you know what? Let me come and play for one of these teams." Imagine
Aqua United. Or...
Wilfred Ndidi when he's like 34, 33, coming back saying, "You know what? Let me play for Rangers or something." You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So is
Yeah.
this something that how do you feel about the whole Neymar thing, first of all? And do you think it's something that you would like to see more of, especially bringing it back home to Nigeria? Or are you all for, you know what, you guys, if you can get Qatar, if you can get Saudi Arabia, if you can get, just go there and play?
You know what? I think personally for me, I was very. The Neymar's comeback to Santos was very emotional because it was like that's where he started. So it's only right he ends his journey there.
Yeah.
So I can understand that point of view. I think I'm sure maybe several other footballers will also want to do the same thing. Oh, I started from here, so I'm coming back to finish my career there. It's a dream to many, high profile footballers. But with regard to our own league, the Nigerian Professional Football League, I think it's nice to see people who have done it in Europe come back to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, it means that you like it's for me it's service because you're not coming back for the money now. You're coming back because you just want to help with the league, give back. You're giving back in a way. You might not see it as okay, I'm coming back to share money, but you coming back to play again for the very club where it all started for most of these guys. You're giving back. You're literally saying, I've made it there. I've been successful. I started from here, this league. From this league, I was able to get a big move overseas. I've done very well for myself there, or I've not done very well, whatever. But I'm coming back. I'm coming back home to give back, to play one final dance.
Yeah.
Giving back. So yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I personally, my hot take is that I don't think, because you mentioned some names, there's one name there that just surprised me, and that's Odion Ighalo. I don't think I don't think he would want to come back and play for. Probably maybe if he watches this, he might change his mind. But I don't see him coming back to Nigeria to come and play. Considering,
why did you say so?
I don't know. It's just how we. First of all, did he really start from the NPFL? Is the NPFL what's made him become? Is that where he? I'm not sure. I'm not so sure. Does he have any identity with any NPFL club, Aimba Rangers, or I'm not so sure. So it might be hard. Like you can't imagine someone like Alex Iwobi coming back to the NPFL to play. So
that would be good, but
that would be good. That would be really good. But I don't see it happen. But I like to actually hear what others think, because that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. Personally, I'm wondering, where are they coming back to?
They're coming back
To the
to
NPFL.
Kano Pillars, Aimba,
Which pitch?
MFM,
What
Remo
pitch?
Stars,
What
Aqua United,
stadium?
Rivers United.
After playing in a stadium of 50,000 people, you
Mm.
come back to 10 people in the stadium watching you.
What do you mean by
You come
10
back to a
people?
pitch there's no standard there.
Mm-hmm.
You come back to a place that the government or the people don't even care about what you are doing. What exactly is it coming back to? Even 1 minute on the pitch can tear your ACL permanently.
No. What are you trying? Tosin, you're kind of insinuating that the NPFL, nobody watches the NPFL, and that's a lie. I used to think that too until recently. People are crazy. So, there was an upset that happened weeks ago. Was it Ikorodu City? There was an upset,
See,
a serious
the way
upset, and the
Nigerians-
interest, it was trending on Twitter, and I was
With
like,
the way
bro.
Nigerians love football,
Mhm.
if you meet 10 Nigerian guys, let's just use guys as an example. Most likely 8 of them are into football.
Yeah.
They watch the Premier League, they watch Champions
Mm.
League, some might even watch Championship if they are bored.
Yeah.
So I rarely see,
People-
even when I've gone to
Sporting
Sporting Lagos when they were still in the NPFL.
Yeah.
I was watching their games then. The only time you see people is at that place that they're always shouting. You even look
Happy
like
corner.
a paid crowd at some point.
Happy corner.
Yes, happy
True.
corner.
That's true. There's a day I came to the stadium.
Yes,
like
it
the
looks
whole. And the reason why people were even actually much that day because Tenny was coming for a halftime performance.
So imagine Ighalo went
And it
to
was free.
China. I know he's even currently playing in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Has played for Watford, played for the greatest club in England, Manchester United.
Facts.
I know you
Facts.
can't resist.
So how we Odion Ighalo, is he even safe?
What do you mean?
mean?
Yeah.
Odion Ighalo will take bus from Lagos to Ilorin
Who told you?
or to Anambra.
Who told you?
Do you know men in the bushes that will be waiting?
What makes you think he can't use his finances to actually sponsor the team's flight?
So Odion Ighalo is working for Ikorodu City.
That's
So
why.
that
That's
when
why.
he's done,
No, no.
after going to
Hold
China, we don't even know the weather there. Going to
You know-
Saudi,
know
working
what,
hard.
That's why I
Odion
said.
Ighalo
That's
should
why.
not
That's
bring
why I
that
said.
money to come and
That's
sponsor
why I said anybody
NPFL.
coming back.
Now Odion Ighalo get Nigeria.
That's why I said anybody who's played in Europe and coming back, you're not coming back for the money. You're coming back as an act of service.
Yeah.
You're-
That's
you
what I'm
want to
saying.
just
Is that
serve.
why he should sponsor games? And again, you can okay. Let's say we are
Musa-
going.
Musa
Let's
is
say we are
good.
going to Anambra.
Mm.
So Odion Ighalo will now book just his own flight. Then others will meet. He somehow he has to go with them.
Okay, so let me
He's
ask
not
you,
even safe.
Would you like to see if you
When people start respecting us, I would love to. When people watch the game,
Yeah.
when they invest in these
The NPFL.
stadiums, when they invest in them, yes.
Then you
But
can
as
watch. But as it
a-
is now, you don't.
No, I will not advise, except maybe you are done. You are done. You understand?
What you
You are-
mean?
you
What you
know-
mean? Don't you say don't? What do you
Like
mean?
your
give me an
legs are
example of
gone.
one Nigerian footballer that is done.
Ide,
You've even retired.
Yeah, Ide is done now.
Who is
Sure.
Ide?
Ideye came back.
Okay,
Yeah.
Ide.
Yeah.
I'm saying okay.
He's
like
at
you know
Aimba
that
right now.
Yes.
there's no juice.
There's
to
no
milk
hope
out.
for your
There's no
Spirals career again,
contract.
right?
Yeah, you are 40, 45. But you are still probably claiming 30 something. You can just come back and just play for fun. Sometimes you can even turn up anytime you want to turn up. But I do not think that it is advisable
To come back and play.
to come back because Nigerians do not watch the games, which is disappointing. Because when I was watching Sporting Lagos, even if they were losing week in week out, I still enjoyed it. The times they scored. See, the people that did not
Nigerians
look
watch
paid
NPFL. Trust me, I
allegedly,
think Izu, this is where you need to come in and actually you're the guy on
people
ground.
do not watch
But-
it.
but-
I've
They
been
come
in
to
the
the-
stadium.
How many stadiums have you been to?
Only
Yeah,
Sporting
I
Lagos,
think it
Onicon.
just depends on the games. I think Sporting did well to attract
Yes.
sizable number of
Yeah.
fans.
Because they were feeding people too. Let's not forget, Nigerians like food.
Mm.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was always looking forward
This is
to.
the first time I'm hearing this one.
Those-
Hold
yes.
on. Wait.
They gave me snacks.
They give
drinks.
snacks. Yeah.
How many times?
Free of
Ikorodu
charge. I
City,
went
for
there,
example.
like, probably maybe 5 games or 6
And
games.
the whole
I
6
don't know,
games they gave
every
refreshment.
time.
Okay, I let me add that Sporting, they is it Sporting Lagos? Yeah, they give snacks,
Yes.
small chops and all that. So you also have Ikorodu City with noodles, very pepperish, very,
Very pepperish noodles.
I would
Yeah,
like
it's
to. I would like
They're
to go.
reminiscing it.
Yes,
I would like to go,
because,
yeah.
But so wait, hold on.
But I want to add something about the conversation, right? Players coming back, Neymar. I think he recently he scored Olympico, from corner. They were booing him, and he decided to surprise them with the Olympico. Ighalo has given conditions.
He has.
Tosi mentioned that he doesn't think Ighalo would come, or
Yeah.
was it you that said?
I
so?
actually said I don't think he's gonna come.
Ighalo is open to it.
Really?
Ighalo is open to the idea of playing in the NPFL. I think a lot of them are open to the idea of playing in the NPFL. But Tosis mentioned something that is very critical: security and so
Yeah.
on and so forth. So Ighalo gave conditions. One of it
Security is a
is
big deal.
security, organization. There's something he requires the league to be like,
Yeah.
to allow that to happen. If that is in place, Ighalo will play. Musa already plays, even though those things are not. I think
Yeah.
before, this is his second time in Kano Pillars.
Yeah.
This is the second time he's coming back to Kano Pillars. I think the first time he didn't play away games.
Yeah.
He wasn't going for away games, just home games. But now he has kind of fit into the
squad
Nigerian thing, so he follows them to away games. He has played a lot of away games this season for them, and he has been doing well. Ide just came back to Eimba,
Yeah.
and recently, just before this podcast, Ighalo
Yeah.
was linked with a sensational move to Eimba.
That would be a big one.
Yeah,
That
so
would
maybe Kano has the clout and
To bring him.
to bring him back. But like Tosi said, the league is probably not in the kind of position where some of these stars might consider it as a place they all want to, even though we have a number of them who are already playing. So the Brazilian league is quite lucrative. It's
It
quite
is, yeah.
well organized as well. So if it's maybe the South African league, it becomes
Yeah.
easier. But the Nigerian league has a long way to go. In as much as we all want to promote the NPFL and all that, the likes of Ighalo want certain things. for them to be a part of it. So like she said, will Ighalo just be jumping buses and be going
Jumping
to
Sienna.
yeah, because look at it now. Most of these teams, that's what they do. I think I've seen situations where others might just decide to fly themselves,
Yeah.
but would that be every game? You need to integrate with your teammates. You need to, that kind of rapport with your teammate, that bond with your teammates. That's the thing you need. You need to be in the bus together, go for these games, and so on and so forth. So, so I agree with Tosi in the sense that the league has to put some things in place. Organization has to be better. Security,
even on the pitch.
Yes, even on the pitch.
Ronaldo can go and play in any stadium. Now you see people running to the pitch because they want to take pictures. So Odion Ighalo is at that level. I'm not saying Ronaldo level, but like in Nigeria,
he's very popular.
Me personally, I'll be starstruck if I see him because I actually liked when he came to my club.
Do you like him or you liked?
I love the fact he's a United fan and he played for my club. So automatically he's like my favorite Nigerian player. Cool. So seeing him, people would want to take pictures with him. The stadium would be like, who will stop them? Are there securities there?
Ighalo in a Lagos State team playing in the NPFL will be big.
Very big.
Yeah.
For Lagos. He's a very popular.
He's a very unlikable person.
Not just for his football ability, but what he does off the pitch as well.
He's done so much.
He's done so much off the pitch. So he's very popular, and if you also consider the fact that he did well with Nigeria in 2019, top scorer, AFCON, so Ighalo is like very huge. So for any team I know Ikorodu City are trying their best to see if they can, because if there's one team that is very well organized, for instance, in the league right now, it's Ikorodu City, and with the kind of people behind the club, they are trying to see if there's one or two, if they have one or two players that they can attract to the club to kind of push up their own cloud as well. Someone like Ighalo at Ikorodu City.
It'll be a big deal.
Yes, I know they've tried to lure Ahmed Musa to come to Ikorodu City, and I think they have what it takes to kind of handle that sort of situation. Yes, and security and all those sort of things. Maybe, who knows, Sporting Lagos, if they come back, might just attract somebody like that. But the security has to be, I know Sporting Lagos takes security very important, and they have all the tools to handle such players, but the question is, would that be available in places where they do not have control? Maybe they go to Kano Pillars now to play, or Cathedral, or maybe even in Rivers State to play Rivers United. So security is really, really, really important.
But there's an argument, or there will be an argument from the NPFL journalists, guys, who would watch this and say, we're demarketing the league, or the intent is for these guys to come to the league, these big stars to come to the league, improve the clouds, so that way it would make the whoever's in charge of the league body sit up and try to put things in place. So do you think they have to first come before we know that, we need to organize our house now that these guys are here? It can't be like this always. We have to, or they have to first sort out the house before dreaming about bringing these guys back to the league?
They should sort out the house first, because even when Super Eagles players come back to play there was one time I saw them sitting outside their hotel rooms. There was one issues they were having like that, unpaid fees. I don't know, allegedly. I don't know if they are owing
in
those
Nigeria
players. Super Eagles players, yes.
Can't remember.
Okay, so
no, I can't remember.
Okay, I remember, but they owe players allegedly.
Sometimes,
sometimes. So if you see the way they treat, I even think sometimes all these Nigerian Super Eagles, they try and package some things themselves, because it's an honor to play for your
country,
team, your country, even if they are not playing well now. But it's an honor to play for your country, and I think that NFF or NFF, because they're the ones in charge of the federation, they have a lot to do. There's a long way to go. They don't even show these games even if it's start time.
I think they do.
I think the league has been on start time this season, and also on YouTube.
You don't watch the NPFL. It shows that you're not interested in the growth of Nigerian football.
They do.
That's what it shows.
Who is topping the table in the NPFL?
They do.
If I
don't
But
know.
but I want to ask because I know
I have
a
no
lot of people-
idea.
we keep saying okay the NFF, but I isn't the league supposed to have like a? I know the league should have a body responsible for, the whole games, the whole organization, everything. Like, isn't this task down to them? Are they even? Do they exist? Why
Yeah.
don't people talk about them? Like, what's going on? Don't they see how Nigerians passionately want the league to be better? Like,
Yeah.
do you?
There's a body in charge of the league, not really the NFF. The NFF is like the governing body of football.
In Nigeria?
So you have the NPL in charge of managing the NPFL,
Yeah.
right? Yes, they are there. And for your question in terms of, do you think if we think the players have to come back first?
Yeah.
I see it more or less as marketing, where you have to put yourself
Out
there
there.
first. The MPFL is like a product. You have to put yourself out there. You don't wait for people to come in. You give people a reason to want to come in. So most of these guys already playing outside, making so much money. You already know that you're not going to compete with
financially.
them financially. So when it comes to, because right now, if I see a chance to go to Saudi, I will take it compared to Nigeria. Most Nigerians are leaving NPFL for greener pastures because money is a big issue. Remo Star's coach has called for more money.
Really?
Yes.
Despite
in
the heavy investment they've already.
Yeah, so because there is no money here. There's no money here. Some people are doing okay, but like the coach said, they need more money here because he does not understand why people will be leaving MPFL for other this thing because of smaller leagues, because of money. So there is a call for that. So for these guys to come in, there should be something. And like I said, Ighalo has already pointed it out that this is what I would like to see.
Yeah.
For me to be able.
To
I'm
come
not
back,
so
yeah.
anti coming back. A lot of them are not anti coming back because they would love to end it here. Imagine Osimhen ending
His
his
career,
career
that would be a
in
big
Lagos,
thing,
in
yeah.
a team in Lagos,
Massive.
But you know that, I mean, if you compare Santos and the league here, it's not the same.
It's not, yeah.
Do you get? So there are things we need to put in place. You don't need to wait for Ighalo to come and join you. Okay, Musa is in Kano Pillars. What has that done? Ideye is in Eyimba. What has that done? You have Abdullahi at Kano Pillars. What has that done? So there are people who are here already, and that's because they want to.
Yeah.
But I see like, as far as social media goes, that's for my. I see them trending. Like, when people make tweets about, okay, Ideye scores a goal or Musa scores a goal, Puja makes a tweet or some other influencer makes a tweet. It gets traction. People start to talk about it.
That's a clout they have, but who is taking advantage of that clout? For example, it's, if you look at how Kano Pillars handle, and again, it depends on the club.
Yeah.
So assuming Ighalo or let's say Musa decides to agree to a move to Ikorodu City or Remo Stars or Sporting Lagos, you do know that it will be handled differently.
Yeah.
His unveiling and so on and so forth will be handled differently. But to attract others to come, because not everybody will be like Musa. Musa easily comes back.
Yeah.
Any little thing, Musa will
comes
come
back,
back,
yeah.
and just to keep himself very fit and all. But that can't be for everybody, right? So there are other things. And Ighalo, for instance, will not drop Saudi Arabia to come
to Nigeria.
not because he doesn't want to play here, but because some things, Tosi mentioned it, that he's big.
Yeah.
Wherever he goes to, he's going to attract so much crowd, and then what happens? You can't control the crowd, you can't control security, you can't, so why would he want to continue to play?
True.
So you need some of these things in place to attract these guys. So if these things are in place and we can tell that, okay, anybody is safe here, anybody can play here, we are getting organized every year, you will see the difference. A lot of them would want to, if you're not playing abroad, why not come back?
Yes, why not?
But they are not playing abroad, but there is nothing attracting them to come back here. So it's important for the league, the NPF Nigerian Premier League, to put these things in place, organize the league better. Look at our FA Cup, for example. It looks somehow, yeah.
Don't say somehow.
That's
Say
being,
exactly
being
how
kind,
it looks like.
being kind.
Like say exactly how it looks like. So I don't want this one because listen, a lot of people
Being
like
kind.
myself are living up till now. Certain things that you said, I'm believing under the illusion that this league is not what it used to be 10 years ago.
Yeah.
No, it's
Like it's
better.
drastically changed. It's better, but not as
Do you know
I
why I
thought
believe? Do you know
until
why I
now.
believe it's better? I used to be very much heavy on European football.
Yeah.
I never listened to anything NPFL or whatever. But now I tend to watch, and I spend a lot of money going to watch games, than before. And that's because I feel it's not where we want it to be, but it's far better. For example, you can pay now to watch, and follow it
And you
online.
get your free what they call it, your free snacks and peppery noodles.
That's another
Do you think
this
that
thing.
these players coming back do you honestly think it would increase like the viewership? Do you think like the common
For me, I'm
will
not
be-
focusing on these players with clouds
Yeah.
coming back. Do you get? Because I believe the league should focus on itself. The
on
more the
improving,
league is
yeah.
getting better, the
More
the better
attractive
the
it will be
chances.
to-
It's just like the same people who argue about inviting people to the Super Eagles and all that. For me, the focus should be the league.
Yes.
As long as the league is getting better, you will begin to drive focus and attention
yeah.
to it. So if you continue to ignore it and you are facing people who are already making it outside, these are not the people that will come here to help you. Musa coming back does not really improve the standard of the league, except when the board itself does some things that can improve the league. So for me, the league has to get better. The more they fix that, the better it is for other people to come in and say, something is happening in Nigeria. Maybe if you look at these people that are disrespecting me so much, let me just go back to my country. Look at it. That's what these Brazilians do. When Europe is becoming
They
go
go
back
back.
to it. That's because the Brazilian league is really, really solid.
and there
They are not waiting for Neymar
yeah.
to come back for them to fix. No. So we shouldn't do that. We are not supposed to wait for Ighalo. We should give Ighalo a reason. Why am I playing at Alwada? Come to Lagos and
So
do
I just
something.
checked, and just to add, there are so many beautiful women in Brazil. So it's a very
Are you saying there are no beautiful women in
In
Nigeria?
Nigeria.
What
So
are you
let's
talking
move on.
about?
I just
No,
Why are you
said
moving on?
something. We're not moving on.
so I just checked.
Fine. Why? What do you mean that by that beautiful?
No, I'm just
women?
saying that for someone like Neymar or Willian
Okay.
or Oscar or any of these guys who go back, there are other incentives. It's not just about going back.
So why can't Nigerian
the
players
beautiful women,
think
the
they are
nightlife?
beautiful
We
women?
have
There's a
nightlife
there's-
here. We have beaches here
best.
too.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
What's not the same if I
Besides, someone like Ighalo, I mean, Ighalo is married, right?
No.
his
He's
name are
separated.
not with his
No,
fiance.
Neymar is single.
It's not.
Are you-
Sorry, I just wanted to say that. I checked your question earlier. I just wanted to tell
Hey,
the
whoa.
people is
Yeah.
Remo Stars at top of the table. So I wanted to
You
confirm.
had to check.
Because I wasn't sure.
That's at the time of this recording,
Yes,
right?
at the time of this,
Yeah, Rebel Stars are
they
chasing
will
their-
be
yeah.
whenever because they are 10 points clear. So
Crazy.
regardless,
They are chasing their first title.
and they're shooting
That'd be
Rivers
mad.
and
That would
okay.
be really mad.
And
Remo
Lobby
is
Stars look
okay.
like they are going down. They are bottom of the table.
Okay, so we're agreeing now that for these stars to come back to play in our league,
Mm,
the league must first do the work.
fix up.
Fix up.
Yes.
Let's
Like,
get
you know,
better.
That
fix
is
house.
that is really
So
really key.
service, so their acts of service, they have to be given a reason to serve.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Just is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yes.
You, have-
So
you can't
it's-
just choose to serve.
So there's no patriotism here, right? That's
So,
what I'm
but
Yeah,
saying.
so
it is.
patriotism.
The people in charge of the league should be patriotic first.
Very true.
Yeah, they should be patriotic first
Yeah.
and fix up this. Let it be something we can all be proud of. Nigerians really want to watch games, right? The only stadium where you see where you have so many people come to watch, maybe Kano Pillars. Those are the people that tend to have very passionate fans. You also
Yeah,
have Remo
yeah.
Stars. You have Enugu, depending on who is playing.
Yeah.
Rangers versus Eyimba.
It's always a big game. Yeah.
Do you understand?
Always a big
So
game.
people want a reason to come out. So the board should give them a reason.
Okay, guys. Any last words before we round up this conversation, it feels like all of us were all in agreement.
Yeah, I think that like the Nigerian league is something that, I mean, when you watch the South African league on TV, their players are, look, no offense, but their players are not really good. But the quality of the product is good enough to keep you engaged.
Sure.
You know, and I feel like Nigeria is one of the most, if not the most talented footballing like nation in the world. So I believe that we should. I don't want to call names or put the blame at the feet of anyone, but I think that we should have a league that, because of the amount of talent we have. Look, on a Sunday morning, you can see kids playing football under the bridge, and it blow your mind. You know, so I just think that we should have a league that like is able to depict that, like the amount of talent we have, and that people can watch. It's never going to be like the Premier League or La Liga, whatever. We've accepted that
we can be the best in Africa.
Exactly, you know. And
so who's the best in Africa? Egypt now.
It's quite dicey. For me, I think the South African.
Yeah,
league.
I mean, in terms of the quality of the product you're watching,
I think the South African league and the Northern,
they compensate for their lack of talent.
Okay.
With proper organization is top notch.
Okay.
You give it up. We give them to that.
Okay, guys, that's the most we can take on this episode of the Heat Podcast, brought to you by Pulse Sports Nigeria. Remember to share, like, comment, and follow us on our social media platforms. And more importantly, on YouTube, when you see this video, when you watch, even before you watch, please hit that subscribe button.
Right.
We really appreciate. Guys, this was really nice. This was good. This was a very interesting conversation.
Always
the
nice
first time we all kind of agreed.
Always nice to have
something. I don't know what happened this time around.
It's a
we
Nigerian
all want the
thing.
betterment of Nigeria.
So that's something we all have in common. Yeah. If it's something we don't have in common, we probably would have.
We want Nigeria to be better.
So please, NPFL,
fix up.
do us
do
proud.
what you need to do.
All right.
See you guys next time.
Bye, guys.
Adios.
Cheers.